Hey guys, Jean-Claude here. We're going to be opening a deck for Joker 41. Good luck to you. Same deal as the last few videos. If this deck happens to have Brobnar in it, you are going to get yourself a free Mass Mutations deck whenever we get around to opening that. Not sure when it's going to be exactly. Got a lot of people in the comments telling me it's not going to be till possibly July. I hope it's before then. Alright, Orange Archon, first house. Oh, I thought you got a free one. It's Logos. Gets me every single time. Star Alliance, very nice. Ooh, before we showed this last house, I kind of hope it's Untamed. I think that these two houses with Untamed are really strong together. At least it has the highest potential. Alright, the third house. Shadows. Okay, this could be a pretty good deck. Waimea, Medic of the Cool Pit. Okay, interesting name. Kind of cool looking Archon. Usually I like symmetrical ones, but this having a big, huge hand there is pretty awesome. Big 80s hair. Alright, good luck. Let's see what we got inside this thing. I mean, if you were going to get a third house that wasn't Untamed, Shadows has, yeah, that might be the next best one, right? Can't complain about that. Oh, got wrap stuck on my finger. Here we go. Alright, we are starting off with Star Alliance. It's Galactic Census, Amber Heavy Play it. If there are exactly 3 or 4 houses represented among creatures in play, gain an Amber. If there are exactly 5, gain 2 Amber. If there are 6 more, gain 3 Amber. This could be a huge Amber card. Xeno Training, Amber Heavy Play it. For each house represented among friendly creatures, a friendly creature captures an Amber. Okay, big Amber control already. Stunner, Upgrade, Amber Heavy Play it. This creature gains Fight Reap. You may stun a creature. A second Stunner. Those are actually pretty nice. Quintrino Flux. Choose a friendly creature and an enemy creature. Destroy the chosen creatures and each creature with the same power as either of the chosen creatures. With the new gigantic creatures coming out soon, I think this is going to be a pretty valuable card. Real quick, I do want to note, we are 5 cards in Star Alliance and we have not hit a creature, so give us one. Ooh, it's not a creature, but this is a good card if we end up with some. Force Field, it's an upgrade. Amber, whenever you play it, this creature gains Reap. Ward this creature. That's a good card. Come on. Oh, gosh. Zap, Amber, whenever you play it, deal 1 damage to a creature for each house represented among creatures in play. Creature. There we go. Psi Officer Quincan, 2 power elusive. After a player chooses an active house which matches no cards in play, steal an Amber. Medic Engram, 3 power, play Fight Reap. You may heal 3 damage from a creature and ward it. First Officer Fran, 4 power, play Fight Reap. A friendly creature captures an Amber. Ooh, a second Officer Fran. Oh, good, good. I'm glad we hit a pocket of creatures here, and they're all pretty good. Com Officer Kirby's 3 power, play Fight Reap. You may play a non-Star Alliance artifact, upgrade, or action card this turn. And, oh gosh, talk about a first card to see in Shadows. Wow. Key of Darkness. They should have put an Amber on this card. Forge a key at +6 current cost. If your opponent has no Amber, forge a key at +2 current cost instead. Yeah, that card has been with us since the first set, and they need to take it out. Fidget, 2 power elusive, Reap. Discard a random card from your opponent's archives or the top card of their deck. If that card is in action, play it as if it were yours. Good card. Yancey Gang, 5 power, action, steal an Amber. Trust no one, steal 1 Amber. If there are no friendly creatures in play, instead steal 1 Amber for each house represented among enemy creatures to a maximum of 3. Ooh, a second one of those. Mug, Amber, whenever you play it, move 1 Amber from a creature to your pool. Deal 2 damage to that creature. J. Vinda, 2 power elusive, Reap. Deal 1 damage to a creature. If this damage destroys that creature, steal an Amber. A lot of steal so far. Hugger Mugger, 3 power elusive, play, capture an Amber. Then if your opponent has more forged keys than you steal an Amber. Hawk, Amber, whenever you play it, destroy an artifact. If you do, gain an Amber. Haven't seen an artifact yet. At least not that I recall. Hit and Run, deal 2 damage to a creature. Return a friendly creature to your hand. That could be a fun card. Breaker Hill, 1 power elusive. Each of Breaker Hill's neighbors gains action, steal an Amber. Bad Penny, oof. 1 power destroyed, return Bad Penny to your hand. Get her out of these sets. Replicator, 2 power, Reap. Trigger the Reap effect of another creature in play as if you control that creature. This could be a nice card. Jar Goggle, 2 power elusive, play. Put a card from your hand face down under Jar Goggle. Destroyed, if it is your turn, you get to play the card. Otherwise, archive that card. Interdimensional Graft. Good, we have a great card to punish those Amber Rush decks. Amber, whenever you play it, if your opponent forges a key on their next turn, they must give you the remaining Amber. Wild Wormhole, Amber, whenever you play it, play the top card of your deck. Twin Bolt Emission, Amber, whenever you play it, deal 2 damage to a creature and 2 damage to a different creature. Tau Vapors, draw 2 cards, archive a card. That'll be good to hide that graft. Information exchange. Wow, you got quite a bit of steel in here. I do love this card. I especially like it in this deck because that means all 3 of our houses can at least take our opponent off a key if they end at 6. Steel and Amber. If your opponent stole Amber from you on their previous turn, steal 2 instead. Hologrammophone. It's an artifact. Amber every play. Action, ward a creature. Hapsis. 5 power. After an enemy creature is destroyed fighting Hapsis, ward Hapsis and draw a card. Ooh, a second Hapsis. I always like that guy. Daughter, what a great card, and it seems to be in every deck that has logos in this box, so that's actually pretty fantastic. 2 power, elusive. During your draw card step, refill your hand to 1 additional card. Cutthroat Research, Amber every play it. Steal 2 Amber if your opponent has 8 or more. Okay. Quite a bit of steel. Felt like there was a decent amount of Amber. Creatures were probably right around average, so this might not be too bad. Amber control should be up there. Let's go ahead and get all the Amber up. And said this deck looks pretty good as far as trying to end the game quickly. Yeah, it's pretty strong. Man, that Key of Darkness. I would have loved to see the Amber on there so I could have pulled that up. Let's see. Alright, it's pretty safe to say you're going to get 2 off the Galactic Census. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Probably could have called it 19 because of the interdimensional graft. I only counted it as 1. That's pretty good. Let's pull up the Amber control. Okay. Always pull up Cutthroat Research, but we never count it. Okay, Breaker Hill's pretty sweet. Look at all that go up there. The Frans. Okay, and Quincans. And for Amber control cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Won't count that. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Woo! 1/3 of this deck can control Amber in some way, shape, or form. And let's see here. Some of these have the potential to take more than... Yeah. Look at this. These cards have the chance to take more than 1 Amber. That's pretty strong. And some of these other cards can take more than 1 Amber over the course of a game. So that's really, really sweet. One thing I like to point out, I have it in quite a few of my decks. I figure I'll show you guys this. I absolutely adore having Hit and Run combined with Hugger Mugger. This is a really cool way where if your opponent does get ahead of you on keys, drop in the Hugger Mugger, capture 1, steal 1, hit and run one of their creatures, return the Hugger Mugger, capture the Amber that you returned back to them, steal another. That's a pretty cool swing. I like that. You can also use that to return some of the Star Alliance creatures like the Comm Officer Kirby or maybe a Fran, just so it's in your hand and your opponent can't take it off. And then, or Medic's a good choice too. Make it where they can't kill these creatures on their turn, and then you're able to get their play effect for sure another time. This deck did have a couple ways to kind of move through the deck, so that's pretty nice. Let's see. The Wild Wormhole. Daughter, of course. Now, Hapsis, I think, will do it pretty well in here. Fidget can get you essentially another action, but that won't necessarily move through the deck faster. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, this is pretty cool. I like that. Another thing, Hologrammophone. Let's see here. I like that we can also get in play thanks to a Comm Officer Kirby, but I'd like to get this in play early. That way I can ward a Hapsis before it takes any damage, start killing opponent's creatures that are 5 power or less. Perma ward this guy while getting the additional cards. That's pretty sweet. Let's get our creatures up. I do believe that this is going to be an average count, but maybe it will surprise me. Alright, so we have 1, 5, 10, 15, 16. Ooh. So 1 less than average. But at the same time, this is a deck that's pretty good about controlling our opponent's Amber. For actual board control, we basically just have the Contrino Flux, a few smaller damage, like Hit and Run and the Mug, and then also the Stunners will help out quite a bit with that as well. I think your best target for the Stunners are going to be something like the Hapsis, or I guess if you do have quite a few Star Alliance creatures out. Let's see how many were in here. I think we only had maybe 5 or 6. Let's see. Yeah, you might not want to play the stunners on the Star Alliance creatures unless your opponent is pretty light on creatures themselves. And you're able to put on something like a Medic and then a Fran. They're your Star Alliance creatures that are most likely to survive and potentially just get a lot of reaps out of those stunners. Yeah, the overall power of these creatures are pretty low as far as the stat power. I do think they have some pretty good abilities though. Let's see. Man, I'll tell you what, Force Field on something like Comm Officer Kirby, if he's already out there, that'd be pretty sweet. The real problem with this deck is you don't really have a good way to protect your creatures other than Hologramophone and Medic Engram. You don't have any taunts or other ways to ward your creatures, so those might be important depending on the matchup to get those out sooner. You might even mulligan for them, just because some of these creatures are really powerful. I'm very happy you have at least the one Tau Vapors. I think there's going to be a lot of good targets for that, depending on matchups. Sometimes you're going to throw something like a Trust No One in there, just any sort of Shadows card that has a potential to steal 1 or 2. And then other times you're going to put that Interdimensional Graft in there, and it's going to be pretty sweet. Wild Wormhole gives you more potential to steal some Amber by hitting some Shadows cards. And Key of Darkness, you get out of here. You know, let's get the Bad Penny out of here too. Where are you hiding? We don't want you in here. Get out of here. Come on. Even though we do have one card that goes with it, the Avinda there. Alright, overall it doesn't look like too bad of a deck. The real question is, do you wish you would have hit Brobnar just for another Mass Mutation? I'd like to hear your thoughts on that, Joker41. Alright guys, well thank you very much for watching my videos, and I'll see you next time.